Abusia mama kwa ban famla K Black Media. Abusia Hopeson adoye eno de kokobo kese pa na protocol se honin. Wama His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Honin kese pa se Nanado Dankwa. Wo madam for pano but Agyapadie Book na wo kasa fa won de da bi not ya sabi wo nsam na wo keka no na me Hopeson adoye me no Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo anya adwene ba ko pekura abusia owie no oto so de kokobo kese pa akọ ede ama Gaby watch dako se Gaby watch dako wo si wo bibiara obekasa ede afa Agyapadie Book no ya hwehwe nipa no adwenem kyerese bi na adwenem na ho wani suban enye ni papa se sa na Gaby watch dako wo ka de a ene yewo Gaby watch dako woni wabusuafo ene sebi ache mafiafo no mumumum na wose edi kan hwehwe ma adwene mu a kire se book no mfiem mienu ene du nwotwe mu ana book no mo sha asese mu di ho dwuma na ene mu kohia meeting na twema mentwi because na didija eni mura na namunti no mo di ntokwa ne abufuo hamso a mo refi ye eja book no wo honom ana ene ensi achie hini bi kosi honom ebo modern ade ne tatafun etwetwetwa bia twetwa pictures ni bia Sunday ye ema me Hopeson adoye ewo mfiempim mienu ni du nwotwe me nsaba beka copy ni bi na abusia wo wie no oto aso de nsem bia to se Ghana fo ane mommo nemu na muntie nsem eba beba afi we se ekọ mfiempim mienu ni aduonu enum yi a ye bewura mu epo ene adwene kase a MPP amanyoku ene afim achem mafiafo Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo asusu ede for man Ghana ho no ano ade pa na abusia wode ne kasa ba wie no kasa he book na e friend Agyapadie Book no enye dia na da so no edia na da so ankasa asase book enti emle bi du ya omu be bi asase radio no ne Hopeson adoye na enye ne nwanwa kyerese book ni dia ankasa na de asase book abusia yankwaji nkyeremu mfiri Hopeson adoye ho mene sisiye
yantie die na president inaugurate GBC board
Ghana Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes, and a graphic communication then at times.
Who's your media? Of course, the President of the Republic, and then, on also what can I say? Every single allegation in that book, a fabrication. Now, me kutuno. Or say the recent fabrication, Agyapadie, falsely claims a grand scheme by my party to annex state assets. This baseless document is a clear attempt to mislead and create distrust. There's a Agyapadie no Hopeson when you bre can che Ghana for pese Ghana for jido no adwumpo bi na nipa bi mu aba che se omo pese omo ma nipa bi fa the party MPP ho tan na afi so it created disaffection for him and then his party. Hopeson. Okyehene say book na Hopeson waheham wa eka ho asem na opese Ghana for agidie say ekuo bi wo Ghana memu ha omadwen say omode mpapa mu beba omadwen so me say omunyo omo ho tam enye no kure na odwene ho a wonte ase se nipa da se ne betimi atena se na wa fabricate such lies ediato Okyehene any I mean achem for so
Linia
yey
they say achem for obuko school say Gaby Dankwa mo start omunya kwankwa brochire ni ade nto omo ma no so kokko school omo sua de most of them are lawyers who dia abroad na adwene be beat you one was some are working papa kofa and my party MPP was adewebu Agyapadie we MPP abusia ko bi Ghana Agyapadie onso the party befra what the party ba for who to save them and that one will not wash. I'm telling him, it's my good friend. Respectfully, it will not wash.
Hopeson, me person the kind establish the way before you go into it. Where your Juma ewo abandoned them or party that as a member of the national security architecture. We are now play a party in a banner a year security ho nsensem a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛnya asɛm ketewa koraa. Ghana for pɛ sɛ ɔmo hu sɛ book wa Hopeson Adoye da w'anim yi ɛyɛ genuine mukuro wom ɛnyɛ adeɛ bi obi ahyɛ da a fabricate sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyim Ghana for adwene na afei ɔma Ghana for nya time bi de ma abusua kuro bi Hopeson.
Yo book APA 2016 proud to elections.
Okay.
Anna MPP winning elections. There was a review, early stages. I quite remember 2018. Obia was a member of National Communications team of MPP. There was a meeting. Yabuabia someone stood and raised, say, document is saying number. Now, how are we going to handle it?
If you find a buy, document if you find a buy.
Oh, what did you made any Nyabetre? Okay,
YouTube.
Communication director said, document are bad. I want be our kind. Now, a move. Gaby was at the meeting, or Robishe, I don't know, Mufantunche, say. Look, Enra, I had a conversation with someone. And this document, only one copy was printed by the architect of this, I can't say document, the architect of this document. One more printed just one copy. Our Mushia, or Mushe, or Muria, they lock it under safe. When I heard the story, I said, wow. Now, I may say, now, at the early stages, I know the GW course war, baby. Now, one particular meeting, they forgot to lock the book. The party picking ya, what's your book ya, my print ya? Which I won't say, I said, yeah, you tum kata. Yeah. The party fired or photocopy here, sharp. And what you say, that tone no grano, yasa. Or photocopy ya, what could do here? And will find the phone, and was scanning here, and put into soft copy. Eba man for, and ya be king kind. So because a sabu we a fish and any panel, sabe. Ebia no one kind. So wakanya no analyze it. Minya a break at home. What ye? Oh, your brepa. Yen that time and then make kind of forward no in full. First the other be to tomb. At the forward no President say why specific say and this is for natural book. Hey, this is for natural book. And a book in the juma. Who acquire say Obiaka say Cremoniatro Bible ama Christopher say for the normal finance. Na Christopher de sa pepe and opes what rain. So now Yanko the forward first paragraph. Was it to our future, made up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is being prepared? To our foremost king of Oripeni, the progenies spread across the world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. You all patching in any say, ye share your daching. Ene. Any ye money and nan can swam a young woman, and ye or man yin in Agyapadie Book. Now, ye, Chese, no decline. Your friend or for a penny. Or no, and no more yes, sad you win in so Edition and William. Munted you. I don't know where Edition and William. Yako. Was it as the head of Nana Apianim Kwamframa, Nana Kuntun Krunkwi, and Oforipeni, our people were never defeated in the wars of old. We were nobody's subject, and yet, after 1957, we were made to live in the shadows of the descendants of people who never defeated us in the war, whilst the Ashanti Kingdom was uplifted to put us in the shade. We are certainly not with you. Make catch there in Profobi say, MPP didn't have person, more of trouble than politics. No one just here. Ye blindfold just to mislead them. I know my society so because Omuni Muhuma, or Marco school, or more you saw again no dancer no at your beach you. One was some walk on has he. Was it sour mumpany for any na? I young Profua. Yan defeat or Mochessa or Monquaco, Ami Amro, Manasi and Yomosunkin da. And so after 1957, ye can say, found who dear buyer. After the Omupia, a chimfono, a cocoche sumasi. Anna or Mumma Asante Fosso. Swati.
Tiopa.
Eti, me say, as some way I yake, would ye MPP the man for a number two? Except is how you are chimney. At Assamway, a capao. That's why I said, the man for a number two. Because who defend this idea way will none and will never forgive you. Yeah, Baby Kum, who said your magic chick gun Agyapadie? Our mission is for natural and the year to man, yeah, implement it. Jesus Christ. Actually, Yama Asante Eso, and Yaka Achim Fashe. It is said here, or my Japano. Munti and Yediso. Was say, with arrival of Nanado, we see the rebirth of second JB Dankwa, who has come to rescue. So what I say? A kufa blabedia kweja itie. Second JB Dankwa Navano. Et oba be jewomu. Every suma no mushemu. What you got say? Ya will meet to winti wo defende. You don't know. You don't know. Okay? Was it fully cognizant that we were currently part of modern Ghana, modern nation of Ghana, the name of which was originally proposed by the illustrious son of Prez of Ochimai, J.B. Dankwa, and aware that it is currently made up of other diverse people. We have to assert our old selves and ensure that we no longer continue to live in the shadow of other kings and peoples whose forebear we defeated in war. So what I say? Say no. Omo ba bebe kiswa say ene Ghana ya ye wo mu ende. Eye wo mu ankasa wo mu ba wo mu papa wo mu nana a ye Fred JB Dankwa e de proposal din no. Ano proposal din no so no. Aba no ama yakwa lifte nkofufufro bi. Ya lifting nkofufufro bi. San nkofufufro de he asante fo. So we dey no. These are some of the things. The next say was say in spite of our tremendous contribution to this Ghana entity, Ochimai has not been credited with the appropriate out and grandeur that we rightly deserve in recent times. Eti be fee say JB Dankwa de share ekonase. Why Ochini and up to now yentimi ma omusu ye. Eti said na kufa ado abadia and yes say to be more omusu. One tempodo. And where you forward no. The we aba be ban sam no so. Mo yem be hyehyebo ene. Hwe woko eye yadu ye ka de saying. Paragraph 5 was it currently with Nanado in total control of the whole entity of Ghana. We have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of essential fabrics of the country in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochimai will be firmly secured and such control both financially and economically that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Say ya Nana Akufo-Addo abai awabedi oma yiswe. Eje omo sedie. Se omo make sure say Ghana sikasem, Ghana Agyapadie, omo beti manya ni nyina aba Ochimai, ama omo ma ene omo na nkanso amo a take you over. Said ye be ya omo ka se Ghana mpunu na epunu. Adunie. Was it easy for the joy? Hey, and then easy for you the nation's prophet. What do you call Betty? Was it to achieve this? We need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers, which would guarantee such control in years to come. very simple. In doing this, we need to be strategic. Munti hazeo, as I devote mumio masum na munti. Mumio masum. That is paragraph, you are saying, 7 or so. Paragraph 7. In doing this, we need to be strategic. We will have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Ashanti and other diverse ethnicities or land. This will make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. It will obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Oforipeni project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral process. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secured in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far the Ashantis constitute the single most populous ethnic groups in the country. Where is this for the joy? Wait. And this is why the Boko way. Share what we say. I do man now more deal. I saw we are strategic because as I saw munya unkrofo from other ayi. Na Ashanti no womo ye ji unkrofo bi carefully selected. Yen selecting unkrofo bi meka ho. Said ye be ya omunye suspicious. No mu be hu say oh adenokra no ye gina aye dia. Na say omunye de sa edu ene betima bo omo. Na omunye sa no so no omo mu omo ani ngu election ba be ye number dudu odipa dudu e ba beto aba no. Na wo hwe the whole Ghana asantifo na eye tribe ba ko a omo doso pa e ba ba to mu a etie nyusu omo ye mfa achieve ayo ngongwa se ye ba be ko MPP be ko primaries na asantifo mpedimfo ni bi omo MPP mu asori agina na omo kweti omo ankasa omo nkrofo Coverage upon from Ashanti region. Adeni move from Ashanti region. Boachaja from Ashanti region. Alan Chamante from Ashanti region. Afia Koto from Ashanti region. Kojo Pokunsafa from Ashanti region. 6. That's anti-form pending for more party to move from Ashanti region. No more quoting as uncle for Wayna. Now, what did you? You drew paragraph 9. Will be a million as soon as you was it although the Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana Akufo-Addo's tenure in 2024. It will be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. Jesus Christ. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-Akan person. Hey, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. We say, and this is for the drawing. Sadewi, Abamana say mamu. Abamana say mamu. Look, we say, Asantifua ewo party no. Womo bo mo hu say, womo ada omo be take over. Womo be ji party no. E brother na Akufo-Addo, e de na juma e be wie 2024. Nanso so no, womo njire womo hu say, womo be ji adwuma amana twa Asantifo no 2024. Womo nye say, womo de tumi no, e be hye obi a wonya kanni ensam. Gamom se be ye dia, womo po obi ofisrem no womo fama no. Na sa nipa no ofisrem no, e be ye president a, eno ana sa womo take over project yi, Agyapade omo jama omo ne omo asefo no, e betimi aba wieye. Hey, and I mean, look, I say, MPP Fragber of River.
Officer.
So, officer.
Yeah.
That's somewhere, hey, Aboman as a mum.
And surprisingly, say, book way by before the primaries, right? The presidential primaries.
May say 2008 communication meeting, you release at the as your plan, agent say, air cost one by one. Air cost one by one.
You mean 2008?
What's it?
Was it
2018?
2018.
Yeah, 2018. Now, Bushia sa abusia omo ka omo ho asem wa he omo symbol and da ayirusu no enya me na bi tro book we enti book we aba na mo symbol da so na se ye ka bia wo ma me ka se eyayi na obi kwaka obi obeje adi no esese ekokohwe ne tim abusia no na esabudi ka kohwe mu tim first sebu beti magiga de pede ni da dia bomb bo se munkwa na mofa na we here ka we ya bo se dey. This is a public document. We are going to digest it. We are going to explain it. We are going to analyze it for people to understand. Abusia ba kunti mi fa Ghana Agyapadie nyina. Abusia ba kunti mi nyasa. Hwe me de sa paragraph we AC da mawie economy no. Was say to be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources. To be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources as well as the electricity and water institutions. Hey, the success of this project depends on the way in which we, Gache Mafias, for the time being control the judiciary and the press. When we enter your appointed judges Supreme Court to be
well, okay.
I told you one.
No, well, I will have time and interrogate.
Me say,
and
when we enter or appointed Supreme Court judges be alcohol. Everybody is complaining. Civil society will be complaining. Why the part in the Supreme Court? And the media. Almost succeeded. And I'll tell you why they've succeeded. Now, the forward, Adamaka myself. She Yanko a Yidangasaso. The Yanshe a dear and a Shishakodum. 87.9 Yaho. I'm here, good.
Oh, time.
Measure the salient point near SSA. Mede babontin biano na mede enuaba. Why introduction? Waka eho introduction no memoso. We now phase 1 overview. Sa document you are prepare no. Phase 1 ade na SSA esie. Mu obiantie. Was it the first phase of the economic and financial sector control was to be implemented in the next first term of office. As we get closer to the end of the first term, we have set the ball rolling regarding the objectives set out in our first document. What it? They say way 2018. Book also PA close to 2016 elections. And to also work on the first document, the review any. And to Obama, the first term, and now we say, almost set ball rolling. Regarding the objectives set out in our first document, PDB catcher is a first document about Nedini assassin. Assassin radio buyer. And I'm saying, hey, ever confirm. I know we change it in the Agyapadie.
Ahaya kuma 87.9 FM. Mabato Jumedi na wuti ni ene Hopeson Adoye. Na some media unravel Agyapadie book. Or just about 2018 Hopeson 2000.
Now, we tell you about. Was it there have been difficulties, largely due to some pitfalls on our part. For example, the control of electricity sector. The control of electricity sector could have been handled better had it not been for the greed of some of the non-Achim elites we had included as cover. Electricity, or more than my PDS.
PDS, yes, PDS.
The Ghana electricity at the PDS. Yes, see the man and grand cross over day 100.
Yeah.
One book no. Was some book of far and provoke a crabby. Our money at him for. Ebe can one said the bear, ebe cover the face. But some perform don't become no be greedy and a trap pie.
Oh.
Electricity to above a ransom member.
The book, I need your work and yeah.
And fire.
Yes, and so say, oh, okay. Because look at it.
Yeah, you know, Grom has 6 months. Anna, minister, I'm a woo, a press pose who is a can't say, one more guarantee on the buy a fake.
Fake, yeah.
And you come. It is a number wuna, what buy a best pose we are.
It's only the non-conformist.
What's it?
I'm a winner, the non-conformist.
Debbie, what do not minister?
I understand, but also, okay, had it not been okay.
Debbie, okay. One minister, what the sign agreement, you know.
Yeah.
It is a one shady yard that chain of a court.
Okay.
And did you walk here now, no best pose here. But Obu group of church. I know, say, Obu fan for fun nomination for the count. But Obu no more greedy.
Okay.
And no, my dear, no to pie.
I see.
Abam, a tendency for true. I don't mind implementing. Hey, Mr. Ghana for the Agyapadie young caller as is so moving. My young transit, a mobusha bacumpa. Boogway says I am a Bible. May damn a kind, Miss Soria may kind. No Musabo who? A Musabo who? Hey, say, and Diana, you can't say. President Coco Ayayi. Me pese muhu se nyoma di bi wo hono mu a. Enne na wo kokko gina ho ka se NDC for na atro. See. The takeover of GBC and the acquisition of significant equity holdings in the GATT assisted banks represent our strategy for direct play in the commercial banking space. Oh, me can CBG, sorry. Meko can say GBC there no. Everyone under media control. Okay. I will go there. Now, over a year, walking about banking. Banking. When you faswa or move take you over the banking. That one is the phase 2 of the implementation of the document. Or more kasa about banking and then insurance. Now, in the book, almost it is said, as I say, SIC, a government insurance company now, as is on ensure all government properties, everything. Yempian in Sintain. Yen Konkofa enterprise insurance. A kenu for yatadie and famra. Abomana semem.
Well, we cannot. Yes.
But I'm telling you, say, every government insurance, one farm enterprise insurance.
I don't hear anyone dance here. Anyone dance here. Okay, no make us say. You knew who being anyone dance here. Yeah.
Or more. Yeah, more public sector no muchino. Or more dance here.
Yeah, tell me, because yeah, anyone dance here.
As so we have dance here. The publications to pub about every day. Budget statement. As I said, we don't want dance here. I am who for Moncasa to the issue.
No, you see, but as a matter of fact, that one we cannot say here.
Budget statement, I won't gain. Budget statement, I won't gain. You can't say enterprise insurance and insure everything. I won't gain. So, I don't know, under banking, or more categorizing into 3. 1, your mother. Tell me what you Number 2, your biological children. Then number 3, your adopted children. Now, under mother, or more referred to Bank of Ghana. Was it control of the mother is essential to control the industry. So far, the head of the mother and his first deputy are strongly aligned to our cause. There's a governor of Bank of Ghana, and in the first deputy, now, they are from our compound, and we perceive no threat from these two. Omo free compound e say. Omo free abusuanu ma, omo from asase no so. Sa governor and the first deputy no, according to the book no, omo from asase no so. Eti ehun ba kokra enim. Eish. Ghana. Mami anji Ghana nsi ho a yema. Ye ji chede da ho mu di ma ba omo be kenkan sa di we pa hwe omo be hwe no. Hwe omo be hwe no. Eti wo ye buhwe wote asantimamu wa buhua eti ho. Wote ho ba be defend obi a wo te sanga na Agyapadie edi ama na buhua. Ei. Na ohu. Eti wakasa di we. The second deputy appeases the gender advocate and is also not a source of discomfort. Just I don't know, on from compound, but we did not say the gender issue. When you said the second deputy, no, or your buy, at you know, or don't know, just when you be a how imagine. What baby? Was it in that situation? The first deputy, sorry, I said my batra baby. Was it in vain? In this vein, there is no need for changes in those places. It is, however, noted that the head is likely to reach retirement age before the end of phase 2. Eti answer na phase 2 no beso no. Let us say head na eye governor na wako retirement. No retirement in that situation, the first deputy would have to be supported to take over. Replacement of first deputy in such circumstances will not be by promoting the second deputy into the role of the first. Rather, a strong Bawumia loyalist should be appointed to the role to further strengthen the Bawumia political cause. Now, this is in line with protecting the legacy of Nana, could enable us to sidestep and further alienate the Kufuor fashion. Ahana semono wo. When we enter go from market, or man from Nzanga. One more wedding and yet get Kufuor fashion of him.
So what happens to Dr. Matipuku Pempe?
What if I know to home? Mammy, we book no never. What do I do become a man for a young way? So, young country on that is the mother. Now, biological children. Was it that these are banks in which we should have controlling interest? The collapse of local banks with ties to the opposition, NDC, and other liberal political factions during the cleanup operations undertaken by the mother, which is Bank of Ghana, was a resounding success. Hey, what would be a resounding success? Mwada Muya Juma, our GN Bank, Mwada Muya Juma war, Amwati Bank, nobody saying, a UT Bank, Mwada Muya Juma war, UD Bank, adding the Kakika Hunjanano, Mati, Yapamu Mutifi, will be a resounding success. I just said the it facilitated the flow of substantial financial resources into our war fund through backflow. Into our war fund through backflow of some of the advertised cleanup cost. Media. Sika omude so mudi krosu bank no. Saukai. 21 billion.
Yeah.
So no mojoa. Eyasa. Sikane bebre, ya say World Bank, backflow, ya dia kogu ho. Ya dia kogu ho. Ti assembly omukai. NDC for ada say you know, alanche manchi be we need this elections na ma money so atim hwan. Ti assembly omukai. Was it the NDC has been poor, incoherently and consistently demanding detailed accountability and audit of the fund spent. Sikano muso mudi akogu banks no 21 billion no. Omo state send this fire kwadro omada omu tonko omu ntimi anje you can send details of it. As I say audit, or mutimi audit no mu say eye no kre no o mada. I don't know much on. Is it not true? And this woman I. O mada. Yanko adopted children. Adopted children, was it these are the top banks in the local scene with largely foreign ownership that we will not be able to take controlling equity stake. However, we still need to wield substantial influence in their operations through leverage over key management personnel and some board members. The aim here is not necessarily direct financial contributions from these banks, but rather to assure funding for private businesses aligned to our cause. Money laundry, what you do before? What would you do? And that's some people so much control. Me, I buy never appointed MD because bank in order. Eti na adopted, you know. Eti, as is so many influential people on their boards and you can say personnel. Every omo ye can't go because do be go say ye absa baba kwa as say omo use diplomatic means no mutimi influence appointment from South Africa. Na yemfa omo nkrofobi enkonkosha hodum. Tondo twasika dum free yi na eba na egumisa na ye twenko. And it's adopted children banks no ebi ye absa Ecobank. This is Stanbic and in the Kakekam. That truly na e wo book yi. What's it then? A fiction. Huh? Ma min kan Ecobank wo de no na entimi nya ni ye pa na manfo enya ni ye. Ecobank tie no omo ka. Because so what mu botaya wo mo de wura sa banks no. Say e just omo person omo control. Na mom as a say management board any ade no omo timi nya influential people ho. It is a sika bi ba omo de be ye omo private here. E fa hono ma na boko. Ya twa fa mu ye de ko. Book no na eka. Me boni pa bi a ya boni din wo say oye co-writer. Me boni din atro bia. Uko under Ecobank. We have two routes of entry into these institutions. First is through Senate, which has a seat on the board of Ecobank Ghana by virtue of its shareholding. This seat is occupied by the Director General of Senate. In phase 2 of our agenda, in phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Bosompem Osafo Mafo, who is a Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on the Ecobank Ghana board. And then we know what I say. Find the Director General Senate.
Osafo Mafo ban.
Kofi Bosompem Osafo Mafo. Ajiwe 2018. And you are telling me say a fiction. You are telling me say and this is for natural. Ish. Then this is for Munshasi Professor. And I didn't have me. Edem defe. Eti dia sam no mbeso muka. Ready. Shey. Insurance. Na be ka assembly. Now so there we need evidence. Betty. Insurance no omo group ni ti say no group banks no pepepe. Your mother, your biological children and then adopted children. Madam, was it the current team at the helm of National Insurance Commission, especially the Insurance Commissioner, is well aligned and so far has worked effectively in furtherance to our objectives. So the Commissioner of the National Insurance Commission was it what just say omudoba. Ejuma wodie nyina no eye ne papa kumape anoye. This has underscored a clear understanding of loyalty to Nanado and our broader political objectives. You Commissioner for National Insurance Commission di mami. Yes, said yes, say what you loyal to Akufo-Addo no. Ana wo political objectives say womu de be control Ghana no was say papa no ye align to it. Wakika we nyina ewo. Uko biological children tieni oka say National Insurance Commission the other Ghana more than akwa is a Bank of Ghana eti yeba biological children. The enterprise group is the dominant leader of the insurance industry, and its position has been strongly enhanced since the coming into power of MPP government in 2017. There is really no need to aggressively pursue direct acquisition of additional insurance companies. Somebody. The phase 2 of strategies for continuous control, including the following. 1. Continue to push major government insurance deal to enterprise insurance. They say enterprise, there's something say can offer that.
Yeah.
Only the word answer there. We should continue to push all government deals into enterprise insurance. 2. Sponsor elections of candidates to executive positions of key labor unions such as NAT, NAGAT, UTAG, TUTAG, GMA, etc. so they can influence the appointment of enterprise trustees and enterprise investment limited as trustees or fund managers of tier 2 and 3 pensions fund of those labor unions. Look, Adumaya for Akatuya Yetite, Senator Yetite, Eddie Adeno. Abai say, or Chichum, Eti Abai, Ebeshe, Efa. Na tier 2, tier 3, young farmer private insurance for na omo enrane Emma workers. Eti Edruswa, sa group we, omo become sika kese, edi ama omo pe, ebia nat, ye can say, Charmai, Nagrat, ye can say Charmai, GMA, edi de kai kahuno. Yen tam sika momo, you make sure so mo awene, omo wenia, ye kase, ye tier 2, tier 3, say the ya, no budi etri, omo intibin kasa. Edi eda black and white. Black and white. It is what people can say. Hey, I do wait here. Are you fictional? Let me just say. Adopted children, was it there is no active strategy for influence of the other insurance company beyond appointment of the board and senior management of SIC group. The SIC there. Almost said ni top a strategy bia. No mbeti ma ya ni say board no senior management no because a hono or my year hono redundant. Bibia nkoso wo. Bibia ko enterprise insurance and ho omukwa ko waste time aye den hono. So on yete no. At the senior management board a yinu and omufanto to work no munyu omani no mumpe omuga bintra. And people are saying again, say adiwe aye fiction. Adia and someone be nyina happen one after the other. And people are still saying say aye fiction. Hey, one from fire channel say oh maybe I mean what be that? Oh that be me be brother. The first time I achi me. Ebia na ekoso no. Ebia na ekoso no. Me say someone called me. I don't say that the way me gidi America ho asem. Me say me gidi pa. Me reason. Me say bibia wo mu bia ba one by one. Ya na manfo na edit ya na me say me copy we me print ya che. Obi anya ye no edit. I didn't know so. 87.9. And no na di panu ba be catch me say the original document was called Asase. No mo fi say ye jimi wo hu. Ye jimi o. Me from no mamu. Aguna busia. We are part of the can say nation's property. Bibi bia ewo Ghana asase so eje Ghana for bia bia no. Me so me ka ho. We santinu ka ho. We are the Gatilu Kahu. We are Zimani Kahu. Atim Fonso Kahu. That is in Yabama Pine. I'm a bush of Kobako, as a Sadina.